What is up everyone, it's TK and welcome back to the channel. Today, as promised, I'm going to bring you this mass dragon totem strategy, and I would say it's currently my favorite because of how a bit easier it is to do on the meta. So something you guys might have not noticed is that I'm a guy where I don't like to be on the flow of everyone else's army because that way you can get baited, that way the bases adapt, that way you get kind of like you get destroyed if the bases really adapt to your attacking style. So I really don't want to have that, so that's why this army right now is just working amazing. So let's dive into these attacks and see how it works. Alright, first base, we're going to be hitting this one. There is a core town hall with a core light beam, and also the base is a bit more separated. Fire splitters pointing up, CC in the core, sweepers pointing down. And one thing you're going to see me do is that sometimes I do go into one or two sweepers, and sometimes I rather go from behind one of the sweepers and take down the other one with a giant arrow. And I will tell you how I choose those stuff. So first thing first, you need an air defense with this army with the flame flinger. Now again, some attacks you're going to see me using the totem spell with the flame flinger in front of an expo to just simply get even more value when there is more value. This is an important tip. So once I can see the air defense is down, if the ricochet cannon goes down, this is already a decent value. There is no need to drop a totem. First thing first, these two are way too close to each other. Secondly, there is an enemy queen, so your flame flinger will not get the value. But look at this expo and the range of this, okay? So your clan castle is 1 furnace and 3 super minions. Do not let this little flame flinger go into the exposed range because it will kill your furnace. But now we have the queen and the king. You can drop some totem spells for them, drop 1 or 2 totem spells in front of your dragons so you can keep the warden ability for slightly deeper. Then if there is a single inferno or point damage or enemy queen, enemy heroes, drop totems for your king. You really want to have the king ability for longer. Now you can see I made sure we kind of cover one of the fire splitters. This also gives us access to the core with the remaining dragons. And now we're going to go with the warden ability, which is going to be the healing tome and healing back those dragons up. Now minion prince ability is important to freeze the back end. Make sure you pop it very goodly, and overall that's how you can place the last totem spells to try to navigate your way through the back end. 2 rocket loons to try and finish off the air defense, which is on the left hand side of the base. And you may have noticed, yes, we have the minion prince with that meteor ability, the meteor staff, because honestly, like, look at this. When it comes back even through the phoenix form, the damage it does, the damage the phoenix does, the damage that meteor staff does, we just took down an entire archer tower because of that. It's crazy. If it's a max level, it works amazingly. If your meteor staff is very low leveled, try to go with the dark crown. The dark crown will work amazingly. And for the back end, guys, always keep 1 or 2 totem spells. Keep a baby dragon or a minion. Keep those rocket loons. 1, 2, 3. Always keep a few things so this back end always goes down nicely. Your heroes, most of the time, queen and the king, will be the one finishing the back end because you protected them through the core damage with the dragons and through the side damage with the totem spells. So you keep king ability for most of the time the back end. Make sure you keep his ability. And by the way, yes, this attack I had the king with the fox, but that was like a mistake because I switched my royal champion out and I don't know, my fox somehow went to the king. But you don't want to like kind of have that because yeah, it's not really as good. You don't want to have the king going invisible and then your queen behind him is taking all the damage. Don't have that. But queen with the unicorn is the proper method. King with that frosty is going to be the major part of this army. But let's move on to the second hit. Up next, we have a Rage Invis core base. Now, this is one of those bases that you need to be kind of working towards to how to take it down. I did mention you need an air defense with the flame flinger, but that's when the air defenses are on the corners. These air defenses, as you can see, they're really not inside corners. They're like a bit sided to the corners, because the corners of the base are these ones, as you can see. There are no air defenses there, so there is no point to have the flame flinger a bit angled to grab the air defense. Don't even worry about it. Just grab that corner and you will be set for a good funnel. So where do you send the dragons? Definitely towards the town hall area. First thing first, the CC on this base will help you reaching that town hall, because the furnace and the dragons will move on together, and the long shot will also step down and your dragons will move to the long shot. That's why they are very good and not root riders, because root riders will skip but dragons will target. So simple as that. Now again, out of range of the expo, we made sure we go out. A nice little giant arrow for the opposite sweeper and activation of the core, going with the rocket loon in front of the dragons. Minion prince goes on, and make sure you drop the totems to tank for that air defense and monolith, and also the long shot. Keep the king ability alive, because obviously, as you can see, we got a multi-gear up tank cannon. This way we can pop the warden ability super early, one totem on the lower side, so the dragon rider can take that air defense out. Raging inside the core, you can pop the minion prince ability once you see everything fit. We are gonna have a nice little bit of an overgrowth to make sure this area doesn't shoot our dragons, and our dragons move towards here. Meanwhile, the king and the queen do not take extra damage that they're just not necessarily have to. So simple as this is exactly how you want to work your way around every base. Grab a corner, go inside the area which is closer to the town hall. This is just making sure the risk is minimal. If you're doing attacks in League 33 or under, or if you're doing attacks in Wars and CWOs, go opposite side of the town hall. Honestly, this strategy is so strong that you can do that. Again, totem spells, rocket loons, clean up, all these for the back end. Keep them. Don't invest every single totem through the core. There's a reason why we do a few totems early, keeping the warden ability for a few seconds a bit later through the base, then keeping the minion prince for the core most of the time, and opposite side too. Sometimes your minion prince ability goes off early, try to keep the warden ability for longer. Simple as this. Let's move on to the third hit, which I'm gonna bring you another base style. Now we have this type of bases. Well, they aren't as popular anymore, and I was one of the few builders back then when I first brought this double rage really close to each other's setup. And right now, because of the fireball attacks, people don't really use it, but I wanted to bring it for you. So let's look at what I do on this base. A nice little flame flinger, again kind of to a corner, but I didn't want to really have it too much in the corner, because we can get more value if you tank the expo. This is the important part of this attack. You can grab even the wizard tower, you can grab the expo itself for even a better funnel through the base. So what I do now is just relaxing, waiting for the flame flinger to do its thing. And one thing I'm going to tell you to do is do not go into that rage spell, because most of the time with the CC and the top area, it's just way too much damage to handle. You are forced to go with the early warden ability, and that means, well, later on you have this bad boy and a whole another rage kind of tower, and then these ones. And look at this. This totem placement could have been way better. I could have placed it literally right here, but I wasn't sure if the other expo would target me. I opened the flame flinger because, you know, obviously of the, furnace. Now we're gonna go in with the queen ability, taking down whatever we can, going with the dragons. And this is where sometimes in dragon attacks it happens. You are not having the perfect path every time. Look at this. Some dragons are going to the rage tower, which I did not anticipate it. Now the rage tower is off, and look at this overgrowth. I make sure the rage tower is weakened. I make sure that defense in the core is also not shooting and raining down on us. Then you want to cover everything with the totem spells. Make sure defenses are tanked. Pop the minion prince ability onto the other rage tower, because you already kind of overgrowthed the other one. So now just make sure you have extra stuff like rocket loons, for example, as you can see, and some totem spells for the back end. Minion prince will go down, but just look at his ability and the phoenix. Like, they're damaging the scatter shot, and it's crazy. Like, if he wasn't frozen, he may have completely took down this revenge tower too. But as you can see, for the background and for the, not background, the back end, we got so many dragons. We got the giants, queen, king, dragons, and just overall a crushing hit, even though the dragons split. So make sure you are ready for that split. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes your warden and the minion prince could be split as well, exactly how this attack went. So make sure you have the spells perfectly placed, and you need some practice for that. Now onto a base that a lot of you kind of hate, I would say. This base is very popular, and I really wanted to show you how to take it down because a lot of people out there are one-starring these type of bases. So with this army, it's so simple. You know why? Because the heroes and the long shot just give you that path to the town hall and the core, and you have a giant arrow. It's crazy how crushing it is. So a little bit of a flame flinger on the lower side. Watch out for the expo. I placed it a bit to the right so we can take down the ricochet cannon. If you place it a bit to the left, he may go for that archer tower, depending if you even find some Teslas. So place your flame flinger in a more area that you are a bit more comfortable where it's gonna go. Then you can see this area of the expo. I already tapped on the archer tower at the beginning of the attack. Make sure you do this so you can place your totem spell in an area where the archer tower does not target it, but the expo does. This means it's kind of in between these two. But unfortunately, actually no. Oh, it was okay. Okay, that was another attack. I was remembering. It was the same base, a bit different, but still. Now, once you reach a bit of a 1 minute marker, that is your time to start. Go with a totem spell with the giant and the queen obviously and dragons in the middle. Drop the king quickly so he can make the funnel quickly. You can see how the flame flinger is doing amazing. Do not forget you need to open it manually so that furnace can help you with the cleanup on the left hand side of the base. It's important, guys. These are little important details. Queen and the giant will take down the right side. All the dragons moving very nice. I could have done one more totem spell a bit more earlier. A nice totem here. And now once we're going into the core, because we are a bit low, I'm going to rage warden ability, which is again the healing tome, through that base. One overgrowth to make sure the fire spitter doesn't hit us, because this one is gonna go down. The left one is the one that will go down later, so you need to overgrowth that one. That's why now we have the minion prince on the back end, double or of course totem spells, and just look at how crushing this is, right? Like you can see these bases are not really bases, they're just literally a core with walls around it and everything just on the outside, just to try to get some 1-stars. So if you have been struggling against these type of bases, guys, honestly, this is one of the easiest strategy you can go for. The most important parts of this strategy to learn is the flame flinger, so you can have a good value with the air defense, and the funnel, which is usually on one side of the town hall. As you see, like we didn't go with the opposite side flame flinger on this side, even though let's say there could have been way more defenses. We're not looking for defenses. We're looking for a good funnel and a good path into the town hall. Simple as this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this army. The link of it will be down below in the description. Make sure to check the other links as well if you wish to join our membership or Clash Champs membership for those massive amount of bases per season. The December season is very close, and hopefully I will actually bring you guys CWL bases very soon on my Discord and Telegram channel, so check out those links down below as well. And yeah, I would definitely suggest you guys to try this army, and wish you guys the best day of the week. Take care and peace.